In a time when Disney parks are pushing out more virtual ways to experience their offerings than ever, let's take an expedition back 15 years to their first digital content push, when they created a massively multiplayer online game, giving players the chance to visit a virtual Disney park. Launched as part of the happiest celebration on Earth, it was closed just a few years later.
50 years later, people still walk down Main Street, USA, stop and look around in wonder and awe, knowing that Walt Disney was there and that Disneyland is where it all began.
2005 marked the 50th year of the Disneyland theme park, which opened on July 17, 1955. To celebrate, the resort launched the happiest homecoming on Earth. On May 4, 2005, Disneyland was closed to the public for a special media preview of the event. The following day, the ceremony officially began, with a dedication from Disney CEO Michael Eisner.
When Walt Disney built Disneyland 50 years ago, he launched a bold innovation in family entertainment. He created a magical place where the entire family could enjoy a day of fantasy, thrills, and adventures together. He knew things like magic and dreams were timeless treasures that would strike a chord with children of all ages in all corners of the world.
Not only was the special year celebrated at Disneyland, but also at all other Disney parks around the world, with the happiest celebration on Earth. For those who are unable to get to the parks though, there was another way to enter Disneyland. Virtual Magic Kingdom, or VMK as it was known.
Okay, so listen up. This is wicked cool. Behind me is VMK Central. I'm talking Virtual Magic Kingdom. You swing in here and the game changes. You can create your own virtual characters, which I think is half the fun. And then you embark, my friends, on a quest for virtual points, good for prizes, which are not virtual, and special powers, which make you the man or girl, whatever. It's sweet. Oh, and you can jump on it at home right now if you want. Just go to VMK.com and check out the multiplayer free online gaming. There are thousands of people virtually hanging out there, so check it out. Boom.
Developed by Walt Disney Parks and Resorts and the Sulaki Company, a Finnish video game company best known for creating Habbo Hotel. Just like Habbo Hotel, the idea was to create something similar that would be appealing to a younger Disney fan generation. Users would create avatars and explore the online park's various regions, chat to other users, and participate in online promotions that could cross over into real-life Disney theme parks.
This summer, we're taking our coolest rides, our most popular attractions, and all the thrills of the Disney experience online. Introducing Virtual Magic Kingdom, a bold online adventure that features exciting games and awesome things to do, all inspired by Disney attractions from around the world. Create your own characters, choose your music, kick it, chat with your friends.
This is so cool.
Virtual Magic Kingdom. Unleash the magic. Summer 2005.
Virtual Magic Kingdom would take players from battling fellow guests in Pirates of the Caribbean to completing to create the best fireworks display ever, or to collecting ghosts within the Haunted Mansion. All of this was while decorating your own guest room. Disney was aiming to keep their entertainment relevant to the way kids in the 2000s were growing up. It was now all about interactivity. The game was built on the Macromedia, or later Adobe Shockwave platform, allowing it to be played in your favorite browser, such as Netscape, Firefox, or Internet Explorer. The online game was released on May 23, 2005 as a beta, with 3 lands to explore: Main Street USA, Fantasyland, and Adventureland, each of which were depicted in an isometric way. Every area would have multiple instances of it, and only 15 players could be in a single room at once. If a player wanted to enter a specific instance to play with friends, they would have to enter a queue for the room. On June 27th the same year, it exited beta and players were given Day 1 badges. Before they entered any land though, they would have to create an avatar.
Great! Welcome to the Avatar program.
No, not that kind. Each avatar could choose from a variety of clothing, hats, or Disney-inspired outfits, hairstyles, and faces. Before the game placed you into the virtual world, drawing from mostly Disneyland and Walt Disney World, with nods to other parks from around the world. Every single avatar name had to be approved by admins before being shown in the game, so until it was, they were just known as guests. The only way to avoid this was to choose one of the randomly generated, somewhat odd names. The game was targeted at 8 to 14-year-olds, though people of all ages enjoyed it. It was a fun way to interact with fellow Disney fans and take part in games, collections, and earn prizes while collecting credits. While quite a basic game, it could also be oddly in-depth. The VMK website lists the game as a fun way for tweens and teenagers to experience the magic of Disney theme parks from home. Each player will be given one guest room, which they can name and decorate with items. You could also sign up to play at the actual theme parks, which would give you one bonus room, with further rooms being able to be acquired. The in-game shop sold posters, couches, fountains, and more, which could be used to decorate guest rooms. Just like how Fernie could be used in Habbo Hotel. Most items were tradable, with some being gender specific and included full outfits themed to park rides. Some of these items were only for a limited time, like prizes for completed quests, including special rooms, like a Tron room for example. Quests involved a series of tasks for a player, like finding a specific room or item, or winning a number of points in a minigame. During the early years of the game, in-park quests existed. At Disneyland and Walt Disney World, in an area called VMK Central, the in-park guest program allowed VMK players to earn special in-game prizes. Some of these included scavenger hunts in the parks, which you had to return an item to receive a special item in-game. At Walt Disney World, VMK Central was located in the Main Street Cinema until September 30th, 2007. There was even a free in-park tour related to the game, where you learn about the backstory and its creation with a VMK guide. This cast member would take you on the Jungle Cruise, Haunted Mansion, and you had to find answers to questions given to you on a quest card. Questions included things like how many Aladdin carpets ride into the sky, how many keys hang on the ring from the dog in Pirates of the Caribbean, and how many black cats are on the mosaic wall inside the castle. Answers in the comments below, please. Even if you were not planning on playing the online game, the quests in park were a really fun way to spend the day. They were only offered for the first 2 years of the game, and were removed in 2007. The scratch-off cards you would be given could be returned, and then you were given a prize which could be retro pins or room items. Among the different items in game were pins. Your virtual avatar could wear these pins and other players could see them. These were sold in the virtual Emporium, and they were changed throughout the year, while also normally related to the current theme. i.e. at points, the parks will be decorated for Christmas or Halloween. Other ways to get credits involve getting special codes from Disney DVDs and Disney pin boxes. Safety was key for the online game. It was open limited hours from 10 AM to 1 AM Eastern Time to make sure it could be moderated and players could contact help at any time. Everything was logged and monitored and players could be reported. Conversations were limited to a predefined dictionary of acceptable words. Only these select words could be used by players. While it did keep things safe, it made conversing in the game difficult. This led to players working their way around such restrictions. For example, when trying to tell people their name, they would spell out the first letters of it using different words. Words could be submitted for approval to be added to the dictionary, and over time it was loosened a little. The VMK values, however, had to be followed at all times. Within the game, there were 50 hidden Mickeys, hidden just like within the Disney parks. After finding a certain amount of the hidden Mickeys, credits and pins are awarded to characters, and finding all of them awarded a printable PDF coupon for a gold designed set of items, which had to be taken to a virtual station inside either Magic Kingdom or Disneyland to redeem. After a few months, the location of them changed and a new hunt began. Other than chatting and adding furniture to your rooms though, what else was there actually to do within the zones of the virtual theme park? Well, there was quite a lot actually, with zones of Main Street, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland and New Orleans Square, each with individual rooms. Some even had rooms not related to these lands, such as Everest and Animal Kingdom Lodge. Within these rooms, they had selections to go on rides, play minigames, and had multiple shops, which was where you could buy different specific items with credits. Some of the more popular minigames included the Jungle Cruise, which was a photo safari, Haunted Mansion, where you competed to capture ghosts in the Haunted Mansion, and Pirates of the Caribbean with a game of ship battle. Along with the many more different games and rooms, they also had special events. In 2007, during the next in-park celebration, the Year of a Million Dreams, cast members in the park gave special gifts out each day for use in VMK. The same would be true for Dream Months, where in-game hosts would hand out prizes throughout the day. Haunted Mansion got special mazes, there were ride-a-thons, room decorating events, and again, many more. It would take a long time to be able to cover every single offering this game gave. Regular updates came out every month for the game, with new items, events, and more games. Virtual Magic Kingdom also became a staple of the book series, The Kingdom Keepers, where the characters in the book communicate with each other in the game. Virtual Magic Kingdom was extremely popular and a huge hit among fans. It was, however, only intended to be a one-year special experience for the happiest celebration on Earth, not only to help push Disney into an increasing digital age, but also promote visiting the parks, and the benefits of the in-park quests were used to lure people in. Nothing within the game, however, cost real money, and there was no subscription options. It was just truly free, and that for a game that required heavy moderation, updates, and a team to operate is not sustainable. At the time, Disney had two other online games, Toontown and Club Penguin, both of which had a real money payment option, both of which will be covered on this series in the future.
The folks at Disney are making it bigger and better every day. You just play more games, meet more tunes, get more gags, explore new worlds, and it gets crazier and wilder and more!
Updates continue to come for the game, with items being released even up to the very day before it was closed. Disney insisted that VMK was always planned to be temporary for the celebration, and that VMK would be coming to an end permanently.
Disney is closing the kingdom. Don't worry, the parks are not shutting down, of course, but one of its virtual worlds is. We're talking about a safe social networking site that's used by thousands of kids each day. And as Laura Diaz shows us, there is, however, a big push to keep it online. On
April 7th, 2008, Disney announced that the gates to the virtual Magic Kingdom would close forever on May 21st, 2008 at 1 a.m. As soon as the announcement was made, changes were made so that no new accounts could be created. Those who had spent years playing and collecting Disney items in-game would have everything just gone. That, however, is the risk of playing any online game. Eventually, the company will stop supporting it. The announcement created a huge outcry from VMK players. Petitions were sent out with nearly 20,000 signatures to save the virtual Magic Kingdom. People stated that Disney had become a corporate shell of what it once was, and Walt would never have done this. Sounds somewhat familiar. The response, though, was that Disney had already extended the game well beyond its planned 18-month celebration due to its popularity. They stated that they never wanted to disappoint any guests at any time, but they had to take this action to move forward with their portfolio of franchise products. Around a dozen people even showed up to protest outside the real theme parks. It didn't help, and as planned, VMK was shut down as scheduled. The closure pushed fans to try other Disney offerings like Club Penguin, but it didn't have the same impact. Many friendships were formed in the virtual Magic Kingdom, but due to the strict in-game, no contact restrictions, many of these friendships were lost. Players to the virtual world were upset about the time they had spent gaining items in the world that would just be deleted. After its closure, many websites have attempted to recreate the experience to varying degrees of success. While not quite the same as the original, it has been recreated at myvmk.com or VMK Revisited, where today you can sign up and play the experience. These versions continue to be updated every day and a great way to look back at the VMK of old. The virtual Magic Kingdom could get surprisingly deep, and I've only scratched the surface of what could be found within here. It holds a special place in many players' hearts for its minigames, in-game collectibles, friendships, and offering a place to visit the Disney parks between visits to California, Orlando, or locations around the world. Just like how everyone of all ages visiting the Disney parks are welcomed into a happy place still today, a place where they can leave today and enter a world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. For just a few years online, guests could experience the same online world, a virtual theme park, which you could say now is needed more than ever. Thank you so much for watching this special episode of Expedition Virtual Theme Park. With this new expedition, we're taking a look at the world of theme parks online, in video games, and more. We have plenty of topics to cover, so let me know if you enjoyed this in the comments below. Check out our brand new Expedition Virtual Theme Park logos and grab one on a t-shirt in the description below. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter for updates on upcoming episodes, and a special thank you to our Patreons for supporting the channel. We will see you next time.